Some stories are so terrifying that they shouldn't be told. This is one of those stories. But once I stumbled upon it, I couldn't look away. What you're about to hear isn't just a tale. It's a chilling part of history that will make you question everything. If you're brave enough, keep watching. But don't say I didn't warn you. It all began in a small, forgotten town. So remote, it doesn't even appear on most maps. Deep in the woods, hidden from sight, stands an old house. Locals call it the Devil's Hollow. Why? Because everyone who enters either disappears or comes back completely different. The legends surrounding this place are enough to send chills down your spine. They say the house was built in the late 1800s by a man named Elias Grayson, a wealthy recluse with a dark obsession. Grayson was fascinated with the occult, collecting ancient relics and books said to summon things that shouldn't exist in this world. Neighbors reported hearing unholy chants at night and seeing strange lights emanating from his property. But one night, everything went silent. Elias vanished, and the house began to decay. Over the decades, many have dared to explore Devil's Hollow, but the results are always the same: absolute terror. One man, a historian researching Elias Grayson, claimed that as soon as he entered the house, he heard whispers calling his name. Others described seeing shadowy figures watching them from the corners of dark rooms. One visitor even captured something on camera: a faint, horrifying image of a distorted, inhuman face staring back at them. After hearing these stories, I decided I had to see it for myself. Armed with a flashlight and a camera, I entered the house. At first it was quiet, but the air felt wrong. I explored a few rooms before I heard it. A whisper. No, it wasn't just a whisper. It was like someone was speaking directly into my head, saying words I couldn't understand. Then my flashlight began flickering, and I heard footsteps. Heavy footsteps right behind me. I turned around, but there was no one there. Just an empty room. And then, the shadows on the walls started moving. They were forming shapes that shouldn't exist. I ran for the exit, feeling something following me. When I got outside, I realized I had left my camera inside. I went back for the camera. When I re-entered the house, it felt completely different. The light from the windows no longer reached inside, and the darkness seemed almost alive. I found my camera, but next to it on the floor was an old, dusty journal. It hadn't been there before. Inside the journal were several entries, and one of them was dated for tomorrow. And beneath the date, it had my name written on it. I don't remember how I ran out of there. I don't know how I found my way back. But ever since that day, I felt like something isn't right. Sometimes, at night, I hear those same footsteps in my house. Sometimes, I think I see shadows that don't belong to me, and I still don't know what that entry in the journal meant. But if you ever find that house, if you ever see that journal, don't open it. Just run.